Aloha, y'all. It is Wednesday, Woden's Day, Odin's Day, named after Odin, the All-Father in the Nordic pantheon. It is a Mercury rule day esoterically. It's July 30th. The sun is in Leo, the moon is in Libra. I'll reference the astrology as we go, but there are so many squares and oppositions, and the trines are intense as well. So got a lot of intense energy. Anyway, the cards I pulled for today: the Strength card, the Major Arcana for the Leo, the Swords of the Ten of Swords, and Bison Ritual. So I've written music to all the Major Arcana. I'll post it in the comments. Check it out. This one's a little like a Japanese haiku situation, pretty ethnomusicological. Like I said, check it out if you feel so inclined in the comments. Strength. Trust yourself. Let your inner endurance shine. Use your power to embrace the amazing person within. You have everything within you to succeed. On page 38, Strength. I face my fears with the strength of love and patience. While this card symbolizes strength, its nature is very different and in great contrast to the masculine counterpart of Strength, which is the Chariot card, forcing your will on things, basically. Sheer determination and will are not wielded. Instead, the lions that symbolize our innate power and instincts, the frenzy and passion of our emotions, are tamed by the calm, loving, and sure touch of the feminine and purity of heart. Mars in Virgo, Jupiter in Cancer, North Node in Pisces, Moon in Libra, Sun in Leo. The lions have deferred to her inner strength and self-mastery and know that they will not be harmed. The feminine speaks the language of the heart and is fearless in its truth. The mandalas alive in the background behind her are generated from the patterns of particle collisions. Particle accelerators allow physicists to study subatomic particles by speeding them in powerful magnetic fields. They then trace the interactions that result from the collision, enabling them to delve into the mystery of the universe, the nature of dark matter, and the deep structure of space-time. These particle mandalas represent the phenomenal power and energy that is embedded in nature. Like a mirror, they reflect the powerhouse of humanity waiting to be released. Venus in Gemini, Moon in Libra, these as above, so below, Uranus in Gemini, turning Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. These mirrorings, we get as above, so below, as within, so without. Power is total and complete in itself, making no demands. It instead gives us energy, supplies, supports, and sustains. Its inferior cousin, force, takes it away, incomplete and always needing to be fed energy from the outside. Power, being whole, needs nothing. The feminine archetype, supremely courageous and heartfelt in the face of daunting odds, knows how to embrace and accept that which would otherwise be lethal and dangerous. She understands the power of acceptance, trusts it wholeheartedly. From experience, she knows that when we face our fears, when we face and bring light to our shadows, they disappear. That's not to say that she doesn't feel fear, merely that she feels it and acts anyway. We're going to have to, come from a place of conviction to overcome obstacles and challenges. It's just how it is. Hers is the courage, for instance, to face another day when the life of a beloved child has been tragically snatched away. The courage to be in the chaos and meaninglessness of it all, to be in the abyss of life where nothing makes sense. This is the inner strength required when war and natural disasters, tsunami, Palestine, whatever, bring chaos to family and communities. When war crimes seemingly destroy all sense of respect and hope, the strength to carry on with power and integrity, however dreadful the circumstance, love yoked with the power of passion. Strength therefore suggests that you have the capacity to endure and overcome the obstacles which are presenting themselves to you right now. By calming the negative voices with the breath, witnessing the self-talk as a stream of consciousness rather than the truth, you give yourself space to breathe new love. North Node in Pisces, Moon in Libra. Balance it out. And from that space you find your inner strength, the wellspring, the heart, and the higher self speaks, and where you are more inclined to follow your excitement and know what to, quote, do. The Ten of Swords, the clarifier, is like, I'm scrambled, I don't know what to do. We'll get there in a second. It speaks of being aware and acknowledging the instinctual energies that want to lash out and rage at the injustice of life. Moon in Libra, Sun in Leo, Sun conjunct Mercury retrograde in Leo, and tempering them from the inner well of love, compassion, and kindness. It asks you to relinquish your doubts, realign with your principles and courage, and thus reveal your true inner strength. Shine on, you crazy diamonds. But you got to know, you're in a process chipping away and becoming a more refined diamond to shine and refract the light of consciousness, love, all this stuff. So trust yourself. Let your inner shine. Use your power to embrace the amazing person within. You have everything within you to succeed. And I needed to hear this just because it's a discouraging, heavy, crazy time right now. The clarifier is the 10 of Swords. If you're an air sign, you're a sword. So Geminis, Libras, and Aquarians, all swords of the mind. The 10 of Swords is like the end of the line, right, in the suit. It's heavy. On page 140, I must evolve, the 10 of Swords. The end of a way of thinking, breaking free from the person you once were, releasing things which no longer serve you, choosing responsibility and reclaiming your power, your strength. Your power comes from your heart. Your mind gets all scrambled. You're, we're ephemeral beings that attach to external things to such a degree that we, have to lose ourselves in those things and be like, it's like Fight Club. I'm not my job. I'm not the things I do. These are things we participate with. Our hearts are what lead us into these domains and lessons. Our soul, if you want to put it that way, our soul leads and then our mind follows. And if you don't have it in that order, it's going to be much more challenging. And a way to get to that space is through ritual, the bison. This is number 35. She's been on my podcast, the creator of this deck, as has the Starman. 321 episodes, gotta check it out. So the bison, number 35 on page 137, and I say the page numbers just in case there's a numerological sync for you or resonator. Number 35, bison, ritual. Live with authenticity and peace. Sun and Leo, moon and Libra. Authenticity, sun and Leo, conjunct Mercury retrograde. Moon and Libra, peace. Do not live how other people wish you to live. Your life is yours. Bringing the peace of ritual into our lives can heal us. Nourish yourself and develop habits that are beneficial and useful for you and your family. Jupiter in Cancer, Mars in Virgo. It's how we kind of bring it all home through ritual. And you can use breathing techniques, you can use awareness, you can use psychedelics, you can use, I use cards, obviously, as a daily ritual for myself and hopefully y'all. It's that kind of thing. Anything can be a ritual if you have intention. And the intention should come from the heart, not the I should of the mind. There can be some truth here, but it's usually just a bunch of noise trying to control and manipulate things. The heart leads, the mind will follow. The magic of the bison is an ancient one that asks us to put aside every day and connect in with the natural world and that of the spirits. Having everyday rituals is an important touchstone for mental and spiritual health. Keeping to good and positive ritual and habits for ourselves is something with which the bison can help. So it can be very overwhelming right now, right? The sun conjunct Mercury retrograde, opposite Pluto. Mars, opposite North Node, Saturn, and Neptune. The moon is squaring Jupiter. Jupiter is squaring Saturn and Neptune. Venus is squaring Saturn and Neptune. Venus is squaring Mars. Like, it's a lot of intense energy right now. Pluto squaring Chiron. Take heart. Get within. The kingdom belongs to kids, as Jesus would say, or that peace is not going to be found externally. And I'm having to tell myself this too. Our minds are like, that job, that relationship, this thing, this next thing. And it's a process, so we can't avoid life as a process, but we can get stuck so much in the mechanics of the external that we lose heart and get confused. Center, this will stop being so scrambled, and bringing breath, awareness, psychedelics, however you want to do it, intention ultimately, to the patterns of life is what a ritual is. So try to find your patterns. Holler for a reading. I can help you understand based off your chart or cards what's going on. But try to make a ritual of being present and aware and playing with life as a Leela. It's a play. Sun and Leo, Moon and Libra. Like, we're here to play in life. But that can become very taxing mentally. And it can be overwhelming. We can feel like these guys are going to jump off the chains and tear us to shreds. Bringing certain rituals, breath work, etc., yoga, whatever, brings a peace that you can operate from at that level. So, like I said, holler for a reading if you want. 5-star reviews. $50 for an hour of cards. 3 hours of astrology is $150. It's half off on your birthdays for either or both. And if you refer somebody to me, you get half off on cards. If you feel inclined, leave a tip, tag people, whatever's clever. That's always a good way to spread the word. And yeah, enjoy your Woden's Day. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Adios.